Is Seahawks wide receiver Jaxon Smith-Njigba the best receiver in football right now? I don't know. But he is leading the NFL in receiving, Steve, right now, with 696 yards. He's on pace for over 1,900 yards. Again, we're 6 games in, but he's on pace.
It's still nice to have.
100 yards, but it's nice to say it, and it's nice for Seahawks fans to probably hear it. We wanted to break JSN down, not just because he goes off for 162 on 8 catches and a touchdown this past week, and he's been, he's atop the leaderboard, Steve, but it's how we got here, to me, which makes this a great talking point. You saw them have a plan for JSN when he was drafted.
Yep.
I think you and I were both at his pro day together.
Yep.
When he was out there running at Ohio State.
I knew you was
and
gonna
they
say that.
consciously and they consciously made the decision to say, this is our future. It may take a minute, and I'll go through that, but we think and actually they were pinpointing this season, this is going to be our number one.
Yeah, but Pete was still there though. Pete was still there.
100%.
So Mike McDonald was not there yet.
True.
But
Pete thought he'd be great.
I know.
I'm
just mentioning that because some people say, Mike McDonald wasn't even there. We know Captain Obvious. We're still part of. We know the inner workings of some organizations and what their philosophy and their thoughts were.
Well, you know who was there and drafted him? The same guy. He's still there. I think he just got an extension a little while ago. John Schneider was still there.
Also,
he still had a plan.
Snyder's excellent. He knows what he's doing.
He really does. But when Mike McDonald walked in the door, it was like, no, this guy is going to be our guy. This is going to be our one. Yep. And you've seen from the moves they made and what JSN has done, and we can get into that too. But now you see what they've planned. But the other part, that it kind of derailed a little bit with Ryan Grubb and running that offense, and now it's hit exactly where they wanted JSN to get to with Clint Kubiak running this offense. And you know this offense, Steve. You know what Clint does.
Yeah.
First off, let's start there. With this system that he's brought in and the way he's using him, what are you seeing from Clint Kubiak and why that's a good marriage between him and JSN?
It's a good marriage is because you have a coordinator who likes to rhythm. He likes to rhythm in how he calls plays. One of the surprising things, and I have it on my notes, when you watch the Seattle Seahawks, you can comfortably say they will never abandon a run.
I love that you said that.
Right? I wrote that at the top. It says never. They will never abandon a run because that's what I see. And I love Kubiak getting his playmakers the football early and often.
Okay.
That is very important because now your guys know, hey, I'm going to get going. So there's no guessing game. You come in, right, hey, man, I personally can get the football out of the first 15 probably 7 times. Like, I have an opportunity. You're running routes like, oh, yeah. Boy, I hope you pressing. I hope. Right? And that. And then they go and get their quarterback, Sam Darnold, who's efficient, who's not making mistakes, who is trying his best not to put him in. The Sam Darnold that we've seen, that we're seeing ghosts, man, when you compare the Sam Darnold we know from the Jets, the Panthers, how it ended in Minnesota, to the Seahawks, you're going, holy smokes. It's awesome.
Yeah. I think this is the best fit for him of all those places, Steve. In terms of like you can see it in how comfortable he is when he's back there.
Yep.
You see it in how he's operating. I think obviously Minnesota did, I think if you know Kevin O'Connell at all, it did a number for his confidence in playing the position. That's one of the things Kevin's great at, He's not only showing you that he has confidence in you, he finds ways to let these quarterbacks have confidence in themselves. I think we're seeing it in Carson Wentz in the stretch that he's playing too. Like this, that's something that Kevin's good at. But he takes those that were instilled in him from Kevin O'Connell, he takes them into a system that a lot of people, if you ask him, will say it's probably a better fit.
Hey, Daniel Jones too.
Daniel Jones, great point.
Right.
And so this is a great fit for him. And I wanted you to, like, these are a lot of two-man routes.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of protection. They're sitting in 12 a lot. And because of that, and their offensive line's playing well.
Yes, and they're running the football. That's will
huge.
Get stalemated and still run the football.
Yes.
That
is huge to this offense.
That, for an offense, the way they're playing, makes all the difference. Because when you watch them play, they're not blowing teams out initially. Right? They're scoring a lot of points. They're putting up good numbers.
And they're going downfield.
They're going downfield. But it's over 4 quarters. It's a little bit in the first quarter, a little bit more in the second quarter. Let's fill them back out in the third quarter. And then let's go ahead and seal the deal in the fourth quarter and run in the football, explosive plays. They have Bobo. They have Horton from Colorado State. They have a lot of different guys who are contributing, but this two-headed monster with Walker and Charbonnet, they're doing such a really good job. And that's the biggest thing is Sam Darnold is not taking any unnecessary risk. He's eating the football if it's not there. He's not chucking it and ducking, talking about, hot potato, I ain't got it no more, guys. He's really doing those things, and that helps your wide receiver.
Yep.
That helps because right, just like a quarterback needs to know that the receiver will defend the pass and protect the throw, a receiver also likes to know, will my quarterback see me? Will he throw the ball on time? Will he anticipate and do his job as well and let me do my job?
And with the run game, with the heavy personnel they're using, what do defenses have to do? And what does that do for Sam and the looks he's getting from defenses, right? And so he's comfortable. He's protected back there. I think Cross is playing the best of his entire career. The offensive line's kind of coming together. The offensive line actually even has some extra help. So it's even more than a hat on a hat. And he can go through. And then he does his part, which is, if you ask people up there, he's looking safeties off. He's moving guys with his eyes. And it's a layered kind of, I don't know how you would say it, Steve, with the way they run a lot of these routes. Like, he has different layers to look at.
Yeah, it's
the way it's put together.
Yeah, because it's touchdown, intermediate, check down. Yeah. Right? So and here's why it has to be layered. Half the league is running cover 4, right? So all they're doing is playing zone coverage. So you have to flood the zones, attack the zones, do different things. Right? It's still the same routes, but what makes it tough on the defense is when you can bunch formation, you can stack formation with a motion outside of the formation or go inside and then slight release, and all of a sudden it's the same route, but it's a different look. And it being a different look for the defense, it's a totally different play. Yep. It may on the play sheet, it may be play 23 because it's out of 12 personnel, and then play 57 because it's in the fringe. It's 3 wide. It's 11 personnel or 4 wide receivers. Now all of a sudden, same exact play, but because you have different personnel in there, the defense says, "Oh, whoa, timeout! This we're not ready for this. We're not looking for this." And so I really like
they're dictating, right, Steve?
Yes, they're dictating. And when you dictate things, here's what it does. That's where the easy button comes in. They're able to do little things. I tell you, this matchup that I was liking, I don't know what the hell.
Wow. He's made that catch a million times.
So look at this route. We've seen this route on the other side. Whew, look. No, so go back. I saw this, and the first thing I thought is like, look at all the cheerleaders who ain't in uniform. Watch when he spins it. Watch one of the guys in the hats. No.
Yeah. 6 wants a flag. 6 wants a flag.
Hey. Look at the coach. Why are you gonna allow him to do that? Things from Travis. So Travis is down at the bottom. Condensed formation. He's inside the numbers. Going in motion. Look, they're coming down. Look, Travis said, hey, what's the call? What's the call? Hey, and then right at the end of safety, hey, back up. Right? They're playing a lot of off coverage. Catch a little in route. Watch Travis after this. Look, play it through. Watch Travis, the way he looks at his sideline. Why? So look at this. Look, what the hell do you have me do? Please stop hurting me. So that play was at the 5-minute, 54-minute mark in the fourth quarter, ball on the 8, 1st and 10. Couples is getting excited because he's like, see, I told you.
And I think what we saw on some of those, Steve, specifically the ball where JSN's on the outside, spins the ball. What'd I say? JSN on the outside.
Yep.
Like, this was part of this. If you remember, when they went and made the move to add Cooper Kupp, what did the outside noise say? Why are you adding the same player? Why are you getting the same type of guy that plays inside? 75% of the time, JSN was in the slot last year. Well, maybe we should listen to what Clint Kubiak and Mike McDonald wanted to do. And they knew that they were going to move JSN outside, and they knew he could do it. Now, 75% of his snaps, he's on the outside. Kupp can still do all that dirty work that he did with the Rams. He's still part of blocking in the run game, and he's still part of a lot of what they're doing offensively in the pass game. But then JSN, to my understanding, took what he learned in those first 2 years and showed everybody in those first 2 years. I have great short area quickness, Steve.
Yes, he does.
Right? I have really, really good route running skills.
Yes, he does.
I can work in the slot.
Yes, he can.
Hey, guess what? Now I'm going deep. Like, he has been going downfield a lot.
Man, he scores.
So now he almost set up the league after the first 2 years of, you got to guard me in here because I can kill it in here. Yeah. Now, what are you going to do? Because we were told he's not fast, but he is still. So tell me this. Somebody that doesn't have elite speed, why are they having more explosive plays downfield than any other receiver in football right now?
Well, it has to do with the personnel, understanding your personnel, that the offensive coordinator knows how to get the right people the ball in the right areas. The quarterback is going through his progressions and doing exactly what he needs to do. The offensive line is blocking. So everything is working according to plan because everybody's doing their job. And it's not just the players, but it's also the coaches. And when you have that, you get really excited. You start to buy in, and you don't allow in one ear and out the other to really go because you truly believe the person who is calling the plays is listening to me. He does have my best interest at heart. He does want me to be successful. It's not about his system. It's about the players. And I like that. Now, Clint doesn't believe of running and inserting the wide receivers as much as Sean McVay, but he does.
In which aspect?
In aspect of Sean believes in trying to keep as many wide receivers on the field as possible or pass catchers. Clint is not concerned about pass catchers being on the field constantly. All he wants is when you're in, you have to be active in a run game. But all of our plays are built off of play action. That's what it is. You go back.
Players do have to be versatile, right? Like, he needs his players a little bit of versatility. You don't need
not as much in comparison to Sean McVay.
Okay.
It's because Clint's offense is predicated on a feel. You know, where to play, boundary or not the boundary, and the running game. it's not really on personnel because Clint's offense, his offense foundation is he can make any player good. And that's what his dad did.
Yeah, totally.
Right? When you go back and why Matt Schaub, he did his thing. Andre Johnson, Troy Walters, Owen Daniels. Adrian Foster.
Aaron Foster out of the backfield.
Aaron Foster out of the backfield. And that's all he did. Then he has Foster goes down. Justin Forsett.
Oh, yeah. He had Ben Tate there, too. Remember
Ben Tate. Like, he was able to always have someone in there. And then Kubiak goes to Baltimore, Justin Forsett, Owen Daniels, Pitta before he got hurt, Torrey, myself. So they were always able to figure out. Then he goes to then he goes to his dream job, goes back to the place that he was in Denver. And Peyton wasn't what Peyton was, but early on when Kubiak was there, and then Brock Osweiler, putting players in position to deliver the football.
Yeah. Hey, man. C.J. Anderson ran the hell out of the ball out of that offense.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
yes,
he really
did.
And then you had DT and Emmanuel Sanders on the outside. You got some players, and guess who the tight end was? Owen Daniels.
Oh,
he returns once again. It's been really fun to watch it. It's been fun to watch how they use JSN and how he has grown as a player. Steve, I don't know about you, but I like when players just continue to add parts to the game.
Yeah, I do. Yep.
He's doing that now, and he has this confidence. If you hear him talk, like it's not like he's a humble guy, but he's like, oh, on the field, there's nobody that can guard me.
No,
he really does. He does have that, and I think he has something with Sam. If you ask anybody in that building, the little talks that they have during the week, the stuff that they go over. Hey, this look, I'm checking because he's still giving Sam some liberty at the line of scrimmage to go. I'm checking to this, and him and JSN are really on the same page and checking to some of this stuff. They're seeing, things on film during the week. I'm told that the two of them immediately see it on the field, and they're exploiting defenses. I mean, he has already more explosive yards downfield than he did all of last year, and we're 6 games in. I mean, it's been interesting to watch this offense work. It's been fun. It's been efficient. It's been balanced, and man, it's gonna be one that I think we're gonna see in the postseason. For sure.
I mean, the way they're playing, how they're playing, it's pretty impressive, right? I don't see these guys changing and doing anything differently. I just think they're going to enhance. And here's the best part. If you're a Seahawks fan, here's the worst part. If you're playing the Seahawks, when they get that running game going,